Nintendo has done something extremely remarkable with the Nintendo Switch 1, and they are going to continue that legacy onto the Nintendo Switch 2. But I want to talk about the Nintendo Switch 1 and what the president and the CEOs and everybody around Nintendo had to say about the Nintendo Switch 1 and its future, while the Nintendo Switch 2 is still on the horizon. So Nintendo did it. They sold 150 million total units for the Nintendo Switch 1. Clap it up for Nintendo. They did it. This is a remarkable console. This is just unfathomable. But it's just insane. Nintendo did it. They made the console that everybody was looking for. And even 8 years later, it is still selling at its highest. It's truly unbelievable. Today, Doug Bowser posted on Twitter, I mean, everywhere else it's being shown, but 150 million units. Yes, that is right. It's been 8 years since the Nintendo Switch 1, and it has sold 150 million units. Unbelievable. I'm not surprised. It's an amazing console, especially for 8 years ago. This console was that good. Now we're going to a time where it's the Nintendo Switch 2, and we're going to see if the Nintendo Switch 1 successor could beat its predecessor and make an even better console for the future. Can we just talk about what this console has done, how it's changed the revolution of gaming, what it's done for everybody? Honestly, the Nintendo Switch 1 was the biggest thing in 2017 when it came out, and even now, people still talk about it. It is being sold everywhere. It's at its highest in sales, everything. But I definitely want to talk about a big factor is what they're gonna do with the Nintendo Switch 1 when the Nintendo Switch 2 comes out. So let's talk about that. The future of the Nintendo Switch 1 after the release of the Nintendo Switch 2 was unclear up until now. Nintendo president, mind me if I butcher this, Shintaro Furukawa, says it will continue to support Switch after Switch 2's launch as long as there is demand. Well, we know the answer for the Nintendo Switch 2. It is coming out this year, but nobody really expected them to support the Nintendo Switch 1 even after its launch, because it is a new console. We're going to be starting to get the games on the Nintendo Switch 2 now that the Nintendo Switch 1 is out of its lifeline. But I guess they're not taking it out of its life cycle. I guess they're going to support the Nintendo Switch 1 as long as people want there to be support for it, which I doubt if everybody's going to buy the Nintendo Switch 2. Yes, the Nintendo Switch 1, massive console, so many individual systems sold, millions sold in the last few months, and it has officially surpassed 150 million, and it keeps going. It's close to the DS. It just needs 5 million to surpass the Nintendo DS, which has 154 million, and the Nintendo Switch is at 150 million, which is insane to say, because back then, most people played video games. Now, I won't lie, video games are not the same as they used to be. So this is insane to even talk about, that the Nintendo Switch is this close with that good of a console during that time. The Nintendo DS is one of the best consoles ever made, just due to nostalgia, and just back then everybody loved it because it was a handheld Nintendo console that you could take on the go, take anywhere, trains, planes, to different countries. But the Nintendo Switch 1 revolutionized the Nintendo DS, and it showed that the Nintendo games can be taken anywhere once again, but even better consoles than the Wii U and the Wii. Just the Nintendo Switch 1 is probably the best console that Nintendo has ever made. And now we're going into the Nintendo Switch 2, and it is very expected. We have high expectations for the Nintendo Switch 2, especially it being the successor of the Nintendo Switch 1. But we'll see. Is the Nintendo Switch 2 going to be better than the predecessor that it comes from? Who knows? But we all know is that the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming out this year, and they've officially announced that there will be no delay. I'm glad they had to announce that, but it is a little concerning because it does happen. But there will be no delay. It is coming out this year. I'm assuming all of us know by now what scalpers are. If you don't know what a scalper is, it is somebody that buys something like a collector's edition or something that is at launch like a PS5, or say for example if the Nintendo Switch 2 comes out, they would sell it for triple the price on eBay so that people are forced to buy it because there are limited stocks on these type of consoles and these type of games that people can't just get. So people sell it on eBay for a lot more than it should be. And Nintendo president Shintaro Furukawa talked about Switch 2's launch and the reselling, and regarding scalpers for the launch of the Nintendo Switch 2. We will take all possible measures based on the experience we have accumulated to date regarding scalpers. they are making preparations, which means to me that they're going to have a lot more stock for the Nintendo Switch 2 than the Nintendo Switch 1. If you guys remember the Nintendo Switch 1s, you had to pre-order it. That's how many people bought the console. Not just that, it just didn't have that good of a stock. Again, same with PS5. How many times did people have to buy the PS5 after every week of trying to get it? They had to wait. Some people waited 2 years just to get the PS5. The pre-ordering system, it sucks. We know. It's not a good system. We liked how it used to be. But now, even if you go in the stores and you wait outside the line for 12 hours, 24 hours, whatever, you still may not get a console because the stock is so low that not enough people are even getting the console to begin with. I have no idea how many consoles were made for the Nintendo Switch 1 and released to the public on day one, but it wasn't a lot because a lot of people were fighting for these consoles. And these consoles, people left empty-handed from the stores because there were no consoles available. Now, going into the Nintendo Switch 2, I hope they put this at rest because this is getting absurd. And then this is why scalpers are a thing in the first place, because they bought these consoles, they bought these games, and they see these things are gonna be way more if they sell it rather than if they buy it in stores. So they triple the price and make it more and more and more money, and that gives them so much more money, and it ruins Nintendo's sales. It makes people furious, and it's just not a good thing for the community, for people that are trying to get these consoles. So Nintendo addressed this. Thank God they did, because scalpers are a pain in the ass, and Nintendo addressed it. Thank you, Mr. Furukawa. Scalpers are no longer going to be in the same game as us. We're going to get more stock this time around, and it's going to be better than it was before. The last thing I want to talk about is 2 confirmed games that we know are coming out in 2025. No idea if they're going to come out for the Nintendo Switch 1, but we know they are coming to the Nintendo Switch 2. And that is Pokemon Legends ZA and Metroid Prime 4. Yes, Nintendo has reconfirmed that these games are going to be coming out in 2025 with no delays. It's a brand new year for Nintendo, everybody. Let's get excited. Let's get hype. This is what we needed. We need reconfirmation that none of these games are going to get delayed. The Nintendo Switch 2 has already been confirmed that it's not getting delayed. Let's go, everybody. This is what we wanted. Metroid Prime 4. People have been waiting literal years for this game to come out. Just years upon years upon years for this game to come out. And it's finally coming out this year. I hope whoever you guys are, the Metroid fans, Nintendo fans that play Metroid, I hope you guys are excited for this game. I know that all the Metroid Prime fans are excited as hell, and I am excited for you guys. And all you Pokemon fans, including myself, let's get excited for Pokemon ZA. Pokemon Legends was a game that everybody was so hyped about as soon as they announced it, because Arceus was literally one of the best Pokemon games we have ever gotten. It felt a little lackluster, not the fact that it was just the game alone. I get it. There's not like crazy amount of Pokemon. Like everybody wants to have at least, what, 300 Pokemon? It was like 100 something or 200 something. But that's not my opinion. That's just a lot of the people's opinions on the internet. I personally love Pokemon Arceus. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It was a great game. But now we're going into a new era of Pokemon, and this is just going to be another open world game, and it's just amazing. We want this. This is what we wanted. And thank you, Nintendo, for reconfirming that these games are not getting delayed, because Metroid Prime has gone delayed a million times already. So thank you, and I just hope Nintendo does something in the future about delaying stuff, and they address it like they are now. Because before, when they don't address things early enough, it ruins it. But that is all I have for today. Nintendo really went out today. They didn't announce a Direct. We still don't know if there's a Direct this month. It's very possible, because for the last 6 years, we have been getting a Nintendo Direct in February. I know that's not the best reason, because we are having a Nintendo Direct for the Switch 2 in April, on April 2nd. But now, we'll have to see. This is an interesting year for Nintendo. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited. I want something new already. I'm tired. I need something new. Pokemon, Mario, Legend of Zelda, anything. Metroid. Let's go, guys. We're going into a new year at Nintendo. Let's make it special. With all of that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you guys are excited for these games coming out, if you're excited for Metroid Prime 4 or Pokemon Legends EA, let me know in the comments down below. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My Discord will be in the description down below if you guys want to join that, and we could chat in my server a little bit. But with all of that, see you guys in the next one.